Okay, so now we are continuing our conversation about what happens, or maybe a better way to put it is what we experience depending on how we are vibrating. Okay, so if we are vibrating at a higher frequency, we interpret our experience or our manifestations as lighter, higher, faster, more joyful. Okay, it's how we interpret them. We interpret these experiences as desirable because we're able to fully experience our abilities as creators faster. Okay, remember, we came here to create, and when we vibrate at a higher frequency, our manifestations appear to us and our interpretations faster, and so we're able to see ourselves as creators faster, and that's huge for us. Okay, if we are vibrating at a lower density, okay, we interpret our experiences or our manifestations as heavy, hard, dense, slow, less joyful, requiring more from our physical selves. Okay, so you see people working really hard, and it's been a long day of work. They've been identifying with their physical selves and vibrating at a lower vibration. That's all that is. Okay, so when you see a guy skateboarding down the street and wondering, okay, why doesn't he have a day job? He's vibrating at a higher frequency. That's it. You have that ability. He has the ability to vibrate at a lower frequency. That is the only difference. Okay, so let's back up a bit. Remember how when we want to experience what we desire in the physical, in order to have that experience, we need to vibrate with the part of ourselves, the non-physical higher vibration. Okay, so the same thing happens when we vibrate at a lower density. But we interpret that lower vibration as something we don't want. It's an interpretation. So just for the sake of explaining our conversation, when bad things, we think something bad has happened. Okay, bad things don't just come to us. What happens is we label them as bad by vibrating at a lower frequency that we interpret as undesirable. Okay, so it's not like a bad thing has happened to you. We're matched with where we are vibrating, and if it's a lower frequency, our interpretation is that what is happening or what we are experiencing is not desirable, and we label it bad. Okay, good things don't just come to us. We label them the same way as good by vibrating at a higher frequency that we interpret as desirable. Okay, it's all interpretation. So it's all about where on the scale you're vibrating, and how you interpret that vibration is what you experience. Okay, so I also want to touch quickly on non-deliberate manifestation more, because we also can manifest things we desire by not deliberately reaching or aligning or resonating with a higher vibration. The key word here is deliberate. Okay, consciously saying to yourself, you know what, I want to have a easier, faster life of creation, so I'm going to vibrate higher. Okay, because there are definitely ways you can do that. But there are times when we don't do that deliberately, and this is important for this very reason. So as we are naturally more non-physical beings, okay, we're actually non-physical beings, we automatically resonate at a higher frequency. This is our natural state, high frequency or high vibration. But as we come to identify ourselves more and more as physical beings, our frequencies become lower. Okay, this is an interpretation. This is a conscious awareness of your physical self. Okay, so in your natural state, you're vibrating higher. When you start to go, identify with your physical self and environment, your frequency tends to shift lower. But there are times when we are not really paying attention. Okay, and our frequencies automatically go back to their natural state of being higher, like when we're daydreaming about something joyful, or when we're just laughing. You have a good laugh with somebody. Well, you're not really identifying yourself with physical. You're just enjoying whatever has your attention at the moment that made you feel good, and so you're automatically vibrating in a higher frequency or vibration. So it's during these times that our desires also begin to manifest in our physical reality. Okay, because now you're vibrating a higher frequency. You don't realize you're vibrating a higher frequency, but you are, because you feel good. Okay, and your feelings are your indicators. We'll talk about that more at length in more recordings to come. But I want you to know that, so you also manifest when you're not deliberately vibrating at a higher frequency because that is your natural state. Okay, so those are times when, you know, you might want something, and then you kind of just forgot about it because, you know, you maybe vibrating at a lower frequency for so long. You're like, I wanted that car, but okay, it's not here. And you just kind of forgot about it. Well, let's say you're just resonating at a higher frequency for a long time for whatever reason, and then suddenly someone goes, hey, you know, I have this car that I don't want, and it happens to be the car you wanted, and they give it to you, or it just comes somehow into your experience, because what you desire has been manifest. It is there, okay? So whenever, however you get to that place where you're vibrating higher, you're going to experience those things that have been manifesting, okay? That's just the way it works. So remember, they don't come to you, but when you're in a place, a vibrational place on your own scale where you can interpret the vibration that brings the experience into your perception of the physical, that's when your manifestations become, that's when you interpret them in the physical environment. Okay, so I hope this helps in understanding manifestation. Please leave your comments or questions here. Let's share and expand together, okay, because this is ever-changing information as we expand, okay? As we learn, we continue to expand and grow, and our reality changes, the way we vibrate changes, it all changes. So let's do that together even more and keep the discussion going, all right? Thank you.